Hans, but I made you. I single-handedly made you the governor of this state.
Stop playing God. You're too old for politics. Go back to your farming business.
But you didn't tell me that during the campaign.
Well, the campaign is over now. I don't need you.
But what if I say you have no right to remove me as party chairman?
Who is the governor of the state?
You are.
And who is the leader of the party?
I am not.
Hello everybody and welcome to another review episode. My name is Oris Daniel, gospel film reviewer and critic. So let's talk about the movie titled Pastors on Strike. Pastors on Strike is a movie from the stables of Oreofe Williams Film and Theatre Productions Industry. So the movie was directed, produced, written by Oreofe Williams. Oreofe Williams played Pastor Towolani, Dele Odunle played Ekpenusi, and Olumide Bakare played Archbishop Oladele Gregs, and Yemi Shomidu played Governor Jekosa, and Tumbosun Odusia played the old man, and Nike Olurin played Olubumi Martins, and Toyin Hassan played the Holy Spirit, Elvon Jarrett played Mr. Martins, and Abel Martins played Bishop Lawal, and other characters as well. So the makeup artist on the set was Owofadeju Adewale, and the set designer was Ayodele Adekunle. So the assistant DOP on the set was Shola Gbenle, and DOP on the set was Wahid Olakunle. Editor was Wahid Remilekun, and the executive producer, as usual, was Oluwa Olosun Eledumare. Sorry if I'm not getting the pronunciations right. Before I finally read the movie, let me just be giving you a brief summary of the storyline. It tells a story about a particular general overseer who decided to leave his ministry assignment and went into politics against the will of the church members, or against the elders of the church or other people in the church. He was warned several times by the Holy Spirit not to leave his ministry and go into politics, but he refused. Not until at the end of the movie a lot happened and then he died. On the other hand, it's another couple, a woman who went into politics as instructed to her by the Holy Spirit, and she succeeded because her hands were clean. So a lot happened in this story. Oreofe Williams was played the role of the church pastor under the Archbishop Oladele Gregs, who was against Bishop Oladele Gregs leaving his ministerial assignment to go into politics. So a lot happened. It just generally gives gives us the morals that do not leave your ministerial assignment to go into politics except if you are instructed by God. So that's all I'll be able to guide. I'll be able to tell you about the storyline of this movie. Go and check it out. It's already uploaded on YouTube, and then come let's discuss in the comment section. Straight to the things I love and things I did not like about the movie. I love the casting. Acting by all the characters were awesome. The politicians, everyone acted well. Archbishop Oladele Gregs, played by Olumide Bakare, did well. He interpreted that role well. All the politicians in the movie interpreted their roles excellently. Everyone acted well except for some few people. Story and script were appropriate and correct. The message was powerful. Editing was okay as well. Costuming of the characters were appropriate as well. Continuity was okay. The continuity manager tried. Action and dialogue, the movie was dramatic, and it was not boring in the sense that you are not just hearing dialogues, you could see actions incorporated with the dialogue. So those were the things I loved about the movie. Straight to the things I did not like about the movie. The movie was a kind of too long. Over 3 hours, you sit down watching a particular movie, you get tired. Even though the length of the movie makes you forget some lessons, or makes you forget some characters, or makes you forget some things you even learned from the movie. The length of the movie, it was way too long. Next thing I did not like about the movie was that by 10 p.m. Elvon Jarrett's character was still putting on his normal clothes when he was waiting for his wife to come back home, and she didn't return early. But it was already 10 p.m. and he was still seen putting on his normal outing clothes. I wish he should have been putting on a short knicker or pajamas or something just to let us relate. Next thing was that the hospital scene looked more like a hotel reception. It didn't look like a hospital reception at all. There were carpets, there was cushion, there was a shelf, there was a television, and the whole thing, it didn't really depict a hospital reception. Next thing was that some characters were left out of the story for too long, and at the end they were later introduced back into the story when we had even forgotten that they they exist in the story that I did not appreciate, like the errand boy of the politician that was going to Archbishop Oladele, Bishop Greg's party, and was shuffling between the two parties. The spy, he went out of the story for too long, and other characters as well. So I think there was a loophole in that aspect. There were sound problems in the sense that at some point the sound was louder than the theme music, or the theme song was louder than the dialogue, and we didn't get some of the things that some characters were saying. The convoy that brought Archbishop Greggs to the hospital was too cheap. The cars were not enough and were not looking sophisticated enough, seeing the fact that he's he's somebody contesting for the position of a governor. Next thing was that Yvonne Jarrett's wife was not believable in her acting at some point. Not later, she took a grip on herself, but at some point she wasn't believable. It seemed she was reciting her lines at some areas of the movie. Next thing was that there were little or no establishing shots for us to connect or for us to relate to where the characters are at a particular scene. They just show us interior shots, interior scenes, without establishing shots that I did not like about the movie. Within 1 minute, a surgical operation was carried out on Bishop Greg's character. Within 1 minute, immediately they just brought him into the hospital. The doctor came out and said, the surgery, we carried out a surgical operation on his arm. That I did not like. It was too quick. Former Senator Kalejai's house was looking too scattered, but later in the story, the interior of the house was looking so sophisticated. I think that was a mistake, and that was a loophole. Also, the journalist interviewing the governor, the female governor, was holding a squeezed paper in her hand. I think she should have been holding a more decent paper, seeing the fact that she has the opportunity to interview a governor. The last thing I did not like about the movie was that the female governor's birthday was not complete without her husband being in the scene. Seeing the fact that he should even be in the scene as her husband, he was left out. I think maybe they couldn't get Yvonne Jarrett to be on set on that day, so they just decided to use the cast they could lay their hands on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all I'm able to gather for Pastors on Strike. Go check it out. At last, I'll be rating this movie an 8/10. Go check it out and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. My name remains Oris Daniel, and thank you very much for watching this film review. Bye for now. I'll see you all later in the next one.